Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. You are still tuned in to EKSE, the biggest youth show in the land. So please continue to hit us up on the social media platforms. Use the hashtag, the one you have on the screen right now. Any questions, comment, anything you want to say about the Homeboys, Duke, My Beanie, anything, just let us know on our social media platforms. Find us on Twitter, EKSE_live. You're also available on Facebook, EKSE on Cape Town TV. And as promised earlier, that we do have one of the OGs. I consider him an OG now because he has brought us hits, hook after hook after hook. It goes by the name AB Crazy. And you guys must have first been introduced by Udude, Cash Time Fam, but he moved to Ikalawa Hip Hop, and we'll be having a chat. And there's a latest single out called Overtime. Go check it out on YouTube.
Yes, in fact, there are a couple of fun facts about AB Crazy. Let's reintroduce him to you if you do not know. And then Bauyamazi, you'd know that AB Crazy is a singer, producer, a rapper to mention but a few. A friend of his named him after he did a song, Baungo AB Crazy. He's inspired by the likes of Jayz, Kanye West, and Tupac. He was a member, like Awonke said, of Cash Time. He studied tourism. AB Crazy is signed under Kalawa. He prefers a car to a woman. Do you know why? Do you know why?
I have no idea.
Because a car can help him do business better.
A smart woman can do the same, but okay.
He was once exploited and not given credit to his work as an unsigned artist. So that's crazy. But right now, follow us on Twitter. Hit us up. It's EKSE_live. We're about to check his latest music video. This one is titled Overtime. Let us know what you think about it. Here comes AB Crazy with Overtime. And when we return, the man himself is going to speak for himself. Oh, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, the Overtime is a hit. I love the music video. I love the melody. It's crazy. It's amazing. Yeah. I just saw it today and I'm obsessed over it already.
He never disappoints. I actually do like his music.
Yeah, and a couple of you guys sent through tweets about the music video and the song itself. This one comes from Tumelo Dibakwane, who says, I've been singing this song the whole lockdown. It's exceptionally in the shower. Matrix Za says, it's too spiritual, my song for live. Uzimasa says, please don't let them chill again, AB. We want you there, man. We approve. Usniz says, more love for this side. We are watching from Ghana. And then another one says, I'm watching from Guyana. And the one Courage says, Ibinoni approves of this song. Ziyanda Ngumalo says, this song reminds me of my sins. The devil is always working overtime. Job well done, AB Crazy. People are loving the single. I'm loving it myself. It's amazing. Well, thank you for hitting us up with that song. Welcome to the show and thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. I can't see you guys on my side.
Yeah, that's fine. Myself, Awonke, and the viewers can see you, so it works perfectly fine for television. Overtime, dude, people have been waiting for new music, and then you drop this one. What was the creative process Overtime, and what inspired Overtime?
I think after the whole trap sound and everything, hip hop sort of got a bit, everything just became like there was just this confusion going on, I had to just go back to how I used to make music, like the kind of music that I like. So that's why some people think it's spiritual, some say it's gospel, some, So I just went back to the soul music that I used to make. And it just happened after I did a song for gospel artist, I think Lerato. And after producing her song, I thought, I need to do something like that, like for hip hop, So it sort of inspired the whole idea,
People are bombarding us with you tweets when I AB. Like Jack says, I'm your biggest fan since Men of the Moment, but this one is a killer. Usuntogozo says, this is dope. I can't wait for the remix. Did you anticipate that Lengoma is going to receive such grave reviews from your fans?
Yes, when it comes to my music, there's always gonna be people who understand. I like it when people see the video, people hear it on radio, and they download the song so they can actually play the song while they're taking a shower, while they cleaning the house, and they can actually talk to like their friends about it because of the message, you know, in the song. So I've always known this about my music, that it's songs that you actually listen to, and you vibe with, like you keep close to your heart because there's always a message. So I always knew that like the song over time would touch people in that way, and it would really do good and serve its purpose.
I'm certainly
Yeah.
touched. I'm
Certainly.
touched.
And
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier about trap wave and how hip hop artists were on the trap wave, and then now you were influenced by gospel. I want to find out, because now a thing that South African hip hop artists are starting getting into now is the UK drill. Should we expect something like that
Yeah.
from AB Crazy?
What's a UK drill? What's that?
I'll school you.
Oh,
there,
okay.
It's a UK sound,
Okay.
So I don't know, like I'm yet to listen or hear a UK drill song that I can resonate with, that I can say, okay, now I'm convinced, I'm influenced, now I think I can do something like that, then I'll do that. But otherwise, like even with trap, I mean, I did a couple of, but they were still like, I dropped numbers that was trappy, but it still was soulful. So I'm yet to hear I'm still trying to figure out, how do I fit into this drill thing, where like I need to find a gap for me where I can do drill but my way, you know. So I'm yet to find that sound. Yeah.
What are the plans? Because we see that if fans have been thirsty for new music, earlier on
Yeah.
we were chatting to Chakaromba Nom Jokes, telling us that
Yeah.
Kalawa and the artists are going to be touring after a lockdown. Are you going to be part of the tour? Are we going to see you coming to city to city to city?
Oh yes, I mean, if they putting together, a plan for them, it might be more on the Kwaito side of things,
Okay.
So I've been, supporting, like, even Mandla Spikiri does, Christmas in July, they do their tours. So whenever I can, I always avail myself to that. But so I would love to be a part of it. It's something that I guess we'd still have to talk about and see how I can fit myself into that, because I do hip hop, but I would like to be part of that. But I do like certain shows with them and stuff, and not maybe the entire tour, but on some shows, yeah, do expect me to be there. Yeah.
Speaking of Kalawa
Yeah.
and you being in part of the Kalawa hip hop and not necessarily the
Yeah.
Kwaito, I want to find out, what has Kalawa hip hop afforded you that Cash Time Fam didn't?
Look, it's longevity, I think,
Okay.
more wisdom. It's longevity, more wisdom, than just knowledge about the industry and the business side of everything. Like, I didn't spend much time with Cash Time, but I cannot also discredit them. They also deserve credit because they did give me a platform. But in terms of learning more about the industry, I learned a lot from Kalao, because that's when I started doing my own things, like running my own stuff, like label and shooting my own videos and taking care of people around me, as opposed to having someone do all that for you, So that's what Kalawa taught me. So from Cash Time, they gave me the platform into the game. They opened the gates, I can say. So Kalawa just taught me a lot more, gave me knowledge about the industry and how it works, who's who, and, what's important and what's not, So, yeah.
You've got the foot in the industry and you've got knowledge about the industry because of the history that you have in the industry. Now people are looking up to you and thinking that, oh man, I would love to be in this man's shoes. In the future, I want to be somebody like AB Crazy. What can a young artist acquaint themselves with? I'm talking about knowledge about the industry. What should they know first about the industry so that they are not shocked very late
Yeah.
in their career up in the entertainment industry. Any words of advice?
I think I say a lot on, like, if you listen to over time, but like what I can emphasize is, be able to think logically and see through illusions. There's what we call hype, and then there's reality, and understand that you have to do certain things, or some people have to say certain things or do certain things to sort of hope that in the long run it would turn into money, it would translate into money. So you need to understand also that everyone is trying to push, everyone is trying to, so focus on yourself and what you have to do, you and your squad, you and your management, you and your team, because you never really know why people do what they do or say what they say. The only thing you know is what you are doing with the people you're doing it with. So focus on you and give the industry you. Tell them where you come from. I did it on homecoming. I told them I'm from a small town. I did this. This is what I used to do. And it's either they love me or they don't. So I sold my home, my family, my stuff to them, my story to them. I didn't come to Joburg and try to fit in. I told them about me and where I'm from. So focus on you and forget about what you think other people are getting up to, because the only truth and the only reality is your own. So yeah.
Yes, the COVID-19 when AB, it's such an unprecedented time and we didn't see this coming. How has it affected your career? Because all of us, all around the world, we had to be self-isolated. We couldn't do this and that. And the career yako, you need awareness to be out there, to be pushing and people touching and seeing you. How has it shifted the career yako, the lockdown, the COVID?
If more than anything, honestly, I think it actually, I think the smartest move for me was to actually get my video done just before COVID, before the lockdown, so that's why we're still on lockdown, but I can still do an interview with, with Cape TV, so I'm not really complaining. Obviously, I would love to go out there and perform for the people, but I'm glad that, I can still be at home and do interviews, thank you, Cape TV, for this. I can still see my video on TV. I can still, I can still do interviews. So sort of to prepare myself for when the country opens, at least I'll be out there and still be pushing and do what I love to do. But yes, I would love to go out there and perform. It's just that, man, what can we do? We just have to stay home and be safe and wait until they open. It does suck that we can't go to the clubs, we can't perform for now. But for me personally, it's not that bad. I can still do what I want to do, what I need to do in terms of pushing my music. Like I'm doing now with you guys, so much appreciated.
Another thing that the COVID-19 and the lockdown affords you is more time in studio and also producing. Will we see AB Crazy, because you understand that you produced some mega hits such as Standa Samu, no, Natubawena from Kulichana. Are we going to see AB Crazy producing for other artists, major artists there in the industry, anytime soon?
Oh yeah, I mean, we're doing stuff with major with DJ Dimples. I got a song with DJ Dimples, Gemini Major. That's it's on his Kubu album he just dropped, and there's a couple of. But I must say, I've been working a lot with upcoming artists. Young and upcoming artists. And I found that to be more interesting because, like you said, I'm like an OG. So for me, working with the young cats just keeps me in the game, and it keeps me young again, and it keeps me going. Like I need that energy. I never want to feel like I've arrived. I've done my thing. I always want to be a new cat every year. So working with young and upcoming artists makes me feel like that because I feed off their energy. So yeah, I've been doing a lot with young and upcoming artists. But yeah, obviously your Dimples, Gemini, and them Cooley, and we've all been there. So for me, I would like to work with more and more upcoming artists. I could learn a lot from them as well. Yeah.
Yeah, AB is thanking us for conducting this interview, but I'm feeling like South Africa is thanking him for what he's putting out there. People are saying this song is spiritual. It helps them through lockdown. They do not feel alone, and it's such motivation. And on behalf of everybody else, when AB, I'm thanking you for the music that you're putting out there, because it changes people's lives and perspective when it comes to life. Follow him at on Facebook, AB Crazy. On Twitter, it's at Tumelo AB Crazy. Thank you so much for spending time with EKSE. AB, thank you so much for spending time with us. Okay, this is goodbye. And
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Cool stuff. Let's take people back into time. I'm sure most of us were introduced to him. Homecoming. Do you remember it? If you don't, this is a throwback, ladies and gentlemen. AB Crazy with Homecoming. Do enjoy.